1.1.4 says x minus 7 root x is equal to minus 12. And again, the instruction is to solve for x. So what we want to do here is, firstly, we would have to isolate our root on one side. So whenever we have a square root, it's best to isolate it on one side. Then take everything else to the other side. We would have minus 12 and minus x. Then since this is an overload of the minus sign, because literally everything here is negative, we can just divide through by -1 before we get rid of the root. So dividing through by -1 would make everything positive. So we'd have 12 plus x on that side. Then we can now take the square of both sides in order to get rid of the root. 7 squared, that would be 14, and then that would cancel out with the square root. Then on the other side we have to expand. So expanding this would be 2 brackets 12 plus x and 12 plus x. Then you multiply this out. This would give us 144. 12 times x, that would be 12x. And then here x times 12, that would be another 12x. So we can just join these 12x and 12x to give us 24x. And then x times x gives us x squared. Then we can pull everything together on one side. So taking the 14x this side, but then rewriting everything on the other side, would have x squared 24x minus 14. That would give us 24 minus 14. That would give us 25. So that would be 10x plus 144. But there should be a mistake somewhere here. Here's the mistake. So you might have picked this up. 7 squared is not 14, rather that should be 49. So common mistakes, always make sure everything aligns with what you're doing. So 49x here. If we take 49 to the other side, we'll get minus 25. So that will be minus 25x plus 144 is equal to 0. Then we want to break this up into 2 brackets as we usually do, or you still have the option of using the quadratic formula, whichever one you're most comfortable with. So factors of 144 that can give us 16 and that can give us minus 25 would be 16 and 9. So if we have x minus 16 and x minus 9, we will have our answers being x either equal to 16 or x is equals to 9. But then you have to check your answers to see if both of them actually work. So whenever you have a square root in the beginning of an equation, it's best that you check your answers to make sure that they actually do work. So we're going to first test for 16. If we substitute 16 here at the beginning of the equation, we'd have 16 minus 7 root 16 is equal to minus 12. Then this would be 16 minus 7 times root of 16 is 4, so 7 times 4, that would be 28, and then we have minus 12 on the other side, and then 16 minus 28, that gives us minus 12. So this one works out. And then we also have to check with 9. So 9, substituting x with 9, would have 9 minus 7 root 9 is equals to minus 12. Then we'd have 9 minus 7 times the root or the square root of 9 gives us 3. 7 times 3, that's 21. And again, 9 minus 21 gives us minus 12. So that one also checks out. Usually one of them don't work, and you have to state that this one is non-applicable and only that one would be the answer. But in this case, both of them check out, so both of them are your answer.